Welcome to the Good Morning Central Mass podcast, where we will discuss sports in general, food, and current events. Major contributors to this podcast will be Billy Orfley, Nick Tedisco, Bob Bigda, and John Mastro.
Here we are. We're back. We're back in business again, guys.
There we are.
Yeah, we
Hopefully out of Shrewsbury.
we're out of Shrewsbury now
We're finally going to get across the lake.
Right.
We've been trying for how long?
for a long time.
Lake Quinsigamond.
Yeah. Well, today we got the four people that, like Johnny said in our opening, Bobby Bigda and Billy Orfley, Johnny, and I'm Nick Tedisco, and we're back producing again, doing a podcast for the first time in our lives. We've never done one before, and we thought that this would be a new way of a new vehicle for getting our talk out onto the road, right?
Yes, and what's even better is now people don't even have to look at our faces.
They don't have
No.
to see it.
They don't have to see
We
it.
don't have to worry about whether we're svelte or not. You know,
Our hair
we
is
could,
combed.
Billy's still the handsome sidekick.
like tonight, we're all sitting here in our underwear, but folks at home don't know that, right?
Okay, let's try to do this.
Nick, you have-
Gentlemen, let's try to do this with intelligence.
Impossible.
may not happen.
But anyways, like Johnny said in our opening, our premise of doing this is first we want to tell the people in Central Mass who we are, talk a little bit about that, where we were born and raised, and schools we went to, and again, we're broadcasters in Shrewsbury for the past 25 years, broadcasting pretty much for Shrewsbury High School, broadcasting all of their sports, pretty much what we did: football, baseball, basketball, hockey, both girls and
Field
boys,
hockey.
softball, field hockey,
Lacrosse.
soccer. We did a soccer game at one point.
Yeah, we did finals.
So we've covered it all, and we made quite a name for ourselves with the referees. Yes,
We even covered a debate.
That's right.
Yeah, we went up to the high
that's
school.
right.
You were there
We
too.
covered
weren't you? It was me,
the big
you,
wall.
Billy didn't come,
I
right?
don't know.
I was the.
Were you
Were
there?
you?
I was the.
No, I wasn't there.
No.
I missed
Oh, it was one. That was one of the highlights, I think, of all the coaches going. Huh? Remember that girl
That
telling
girl?
that story?
Oh,
We
I
were
was-
both
in tears. We were
crying.
in tears, and it was like made up. It was
It was a made-up story. We were crying, both of us.
So we did both broadcasting the games, and then we had a television show called Coach's Corner, where
Inspired by Terry Wallace,
Terry
the head
Wallace.
coach of Shrewsbury High School football.
right, who is now at Doherty High School
Right.
in Worcester, and we did another show called Good Morning Shrewsbury, and we are now still in Shrewsbury, but we're opening up the market because it's a podcast where this is going to be out throughout the whole United States, and we're hoping to attract listeners out on the West Coast, out in Arizona where it's nice and warm. And we'll even take people from Canada, right?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Canada listens to this type of stuff.
They may
too.
have to pay a tariff to listen to us, though.
Yeah. They might just listen to us because of our accents
That's
Yeah,
right.
true.
Laughing
from
at
the
us.
from the Worcester, Massachusetts area.
Well, Bobby gives me
So-
a hard time all the time.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So I think we should let our seniorest citizen of our group go
And that would
first,
be me.
and let
would
Billy
be me.
tell us about
Yeah.
where you grew up.
I'll tell you about whatever I want to.
Okay, you go. The floor is yours. Go ahead, Billy. Billy Orfley.
My name's Bill Offley. I was originally from Worcester, Massachusetts. I moved here in 1991 during Hurricane Bob
Moved to Shrewsbury in
and moved
91.
into Shrewsbury.
Yeah.
And it was during Hurricane Bob. My wife insisted we were going to move no matter what, and we did. Anyways, it was the best move I ever made. Kids loved the school system. I made great friends, and to this day, after 25 years with these guys, more than 25 years, it had to be 30 or so, because our kids played together
Baseball.
when they were younger than high school. and stuff.
But I think the people would be interested to know where you went to high school, especially Central Massachusetts.
I am a not high polar bear, 69 graduate, 73-year-old, extremely handsome young man.
Now tell them that the third grade was the best 3 years of your life.
The third grade, I had my cousin as a teacher.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no wonder it was the best.
Yeah, see?
Wow, all these years he's been telling us. He never told us it was the
yeah.
cousin.
Anyways, 30 years. I spent 30 years at Wyman Garden Company, aerospace industry.
Yeah. Went to college at Worcester State, right?
Worcester State, WPI,
Yeah.
a few others.
Played baseball, right?
Played baseball, played a few sports, but that's it about me.
You were a tremendous athlete, though, right? I mean,
I
you.
was awesome.
I mean, I remember playing pickup basketball against you, and you were immense.
Okay, we don't want to brag, so we don't have to talk about our prowess. Why don't you go next?
No. I'm the youngest. Next would be Robert Bigda. Bobby.
Okay, Robert, known as Bob. I moved to Shrewsbury in 1979. Born, raised, and grew up in Holyoke.
Holyoke.
Went to Holyoke High School, Holyoke High Knights.
Is that in New Hampshire or is that?
That's in Holyoke, Mass, right outside
Okay,
Springfield.
just wanted to
Next-
clarify.
A little bit down the road from Springfield. Graduated there in 71. Played football and baseball for the Knights of Holyoke and went to Holy Cross. Played 4 years of baseball there. And I think I hold the record
Oh.
at Holy Cross. And I will brag about this.
Most errors.
Most errors by a shortstop in a career.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I may be close. I'll be close. I don't think they go back that far anymore.
Do you know it? What was the total?
Oh, I don't know.
Roughly.
It's a funny story, but the
Ballpark.
first game I played for Jackie Whalen, who was a principal in high school at the time and became, I think, superintendent or whatever. First game I ever played, freshman game against UConn. Okay? First inning, 3 ground balls to short to me. First one I threw about 80 feet over the first baseman's head. The second one, I went right through my legs. The third one was a slow roller. I charged, and when I went to plant, my feet came out from under me, and I sat there holding the ball. So three grounders, 3 errors.
That was all nerves, though.
Bases loaded.
Yeah, well, I think they scored a run because I was sitting on my butt. I couldn't get the ball out of my
Yeah,
glove.
but isn't that nerves, though? If
I
it's
think
your
so.
first
The
game.
Coach kept me after the game. He hit me about 100 ground
Yeah.
balls. I threw the last one back and hit him hard in the chest, and he said, "All right, let's go up." So,
Yeah.
but no, I had a good time at Holy Cross. Moved to Shrewsbury in. Actually, I went to Cornell and got my MBA at Cornell
Oh,
2
nice.
years after Holy Cross. We moved back to the Worcester area. Actually, lived in Spencer for a year. Worked at American Optical out in Southbridge.
I have one question.
Yeah.
You worked in Spencer.
No, I lived in
You
Spencer.
lived in Spencer. Did you go to the Spencer Fair?
I don't think I ever did. I don't think I ever.
Just wondering.
We were only
I
there
don't
a
see
year.
you as a farmer.
We were only there a year. I lived behind Dairy Queen on Route 9.
Yeah.
Gained about 10 pounds in about 6 months. Every time they had a 2-for-1 Sunday thing, I was there.
I would believe that about Billy. Billy loves ice cream.
Oh, Dairy Queen. That was
Not
that was
anymore. No, me too. I was.
Anyway, we moved to Shrewsbury in 1979. Bought a house, wanted to raise a family, loved the school system. Like Billy said, the same thing. And the rest is history. We, again, grew up together. All our kids played baseball. We all coached growing up and did Little League and Babe Ruth and started this thing and started doing the broadcast in
99.
99. Yeah.
And then here we are.
Wow.
I still do the PA for the high school.
I do a little bit of that
Which
too.
John helps me out with, but we were only doing football and basketball. Now we're doing field hockey, soccer. What else do we do? Lacrosse occasionally.
Lacrosse, football. Still do
Football,
football.
yeah, still do football. But that's where we got here, how I got here anyway.
Thanks, Bobby. All right, Johnny. Johnny Mastro, you're on deck.
I was born in Clinton, Massachusetts. We moved to Shrewsbury. It's funny. My father was from Shrewsbury and my mother was from Clinton. And my father lived in Shrewsbury and worked in Clinton. And then I lived in Shrewsbury and worked in Clinton later on in my life. It was just kind of a funny thing. But we moved to Shrewsbury when I was 4 or something like that. And I wouldn't go outside because it was all woods. I was scared to death. Went to North
Hey,
Shore.
John, how many people in Shrewsbury at that time?
Oh.
Would you guess?
Between 6,000 and 7,000.
Yeah.
Would you say, Nick?
Now there's what,
Yeah.
40?
40 plus. I think.
Wow.
Yeah, 40 plus. Yeah, there's places in Shrewsbury where Dennis and I, God rest his soul, my cousin Dennis, he only lived a 5-minute walk from me through the woods. We used to go hunting, and we'd shoot skeet, and everywhere we went, there are now houses.
Yeah, right.
Just that's the way it is. Went to North Shore School right here where we're doing this podcast.
Yeah.
This was the cafeteria and the gym.
Was that the elementary school
Yeah,
at the time?
for me. No.
Yeah, but
No, there was still Coolidge.
There's like 3 other ones.
Yeah,
Oh,
Beale.
Beale.
Yeah. And in the 8th grade, my mother said, I was such a good kid that she said, you need to go to Catholic school. And I went, okay. And we went to Sacred Heart. We were sitting in the orientation, and they went through all the sports, basketball, football, hockey. Oh, no, basketball.
You got to speak up so you can. Yeah, I don't know why you put the microphone so far away.
I don't know. Basketball, hockey, field hockey, baseball. I turned to my mother and went, you didn't say football. So, I'm not coming here. Yes, you are. No, so I wound up going to Sacred Heart. 2 years later, they closed the cost cutting because there was only 100 kids in the class, and went over to Holy Name, played 2 years of football over there, and stayed in Shrewsbury. Got married in my mid-20s. We moved to Worcester for about 9 months. Back to Shrewsbury. My kids went to Shrewsbury High. Even though I had Napoleon light blue, my bleed blue and gold. It's just, I think we all do. I mean, we all went to different schools except Nick. He went to Shrewsbury. You went to North. You don't bleed blue and gold? Yes, you do. You love it. Yes, you do.
No, my kids do.
Did you go to college, John?
I did. I went to, I was on the 7-year plan.
At one point you did.
I went to Worcester State a couple of times, and then I went to QCC, got my associates, and transferred from there to what's now known as UMass Lowell. It wasn't. It was the University of Lowell back then, and got my accounting degree, and then worked in Clinton and 39 years as an accountant, and hooked up with these guys, and we've been having a blast ever
Did you get
since.
your CPA?
No. Nope. Cut, paste,
Throw in the fact that John and I both do taxes now, too.
That's right. That's right. And we're
We
good
don't
at
get
it.
into that because we don't want to put Mark to
We can get into that at a later time.
The only thing I have one regret. I probably should have been a teacher. And the thing that really floats my boat, and still does today at age 70,
It's coaching.
is coaching.
I know.
You still coach.
I still
Yeah.
coach. I
Middle
coach
softball, yeah.
middle school softball, and we're going to be good.
And I would say, and add to you, Johnny, that the people don't know this because you won't say it, but 99% of the kids that have played for John Mastro have had the time of their life playing for you.
Oh, well, thanks.
They do. They do. They love Mr. Mastro. So
I've always believed deep in my heart, and this is the truth. I've got this thing in my garage. I got this saying in my garage. I've got it in my house. 100 years from now, nobody's going to know how much money I had, what kind of car I drove, what kind of house I lived in. But if one kid was changed because of me, it was all worth it.
100 years from now, he's not going to be alive either.
No, that's right. But you
Just
know what
saying.
I'm
I know he is.
Okay, Mr. Tedesco, you're up. Let's go.
I-
You're the youngster.
All right. Yes, I'm the youngest of the four amigos here. So yes, I've lived in Shrewsbury, Massachusetts my whole life. I was born in the city of Worcester, City Hospital, and came to Shrewsbury. Lived over on Old Mill Road, right next to Old Mill Pond. And my
It's
father.
a huge house, right?
Yeah, I think it was the smallest structure in the town of Shrewsbury. It was about the size of a shed.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was very, very, very humble beginnings. Grew up, moved over to the Jordan Pond area, went to Coolidge School,
Notice ponds are always in.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, it was Jordan Pond. Went from Old Mill Pond to Jordan Pond. Coolidge School. Ended up going to Shrewsbury High School. Graduated the class of 1973, and went to Worcester State. I graduated from Nichols College. I didn't go on to Cornell to get an MBA, but did get a degree at Nichols. I was a purchasing manager senior buyer purchasing manager for the last 40 years of my career. Retired a few years ago, and I have 3 children. 2 live on the West Coast. 1 lives in Worcester, and happily married to my beautiful wife Susan, and live in Shrewsbury. And I'm part of this this group here of Bigda, Mastro, and Orfley, and I say it meaningfully that they're some of the best friends I've ever made in my life. So here we go. We're ready to rock and roll.
I want to amend my autobiography a little bit. When I was in Worcester and I grew up in Worcester, I still have the same friends I had since I was little.
Now they're all our friends.
Grammar school.
Yeah,
that's right.
And they're all your friends.
Right.
But what part of Worcester?
That's how.
What part of
Grafton
Worcester?
Hill.
Grafton Hill.
Grafton Hill.
Absolutely.
But that's how important friends are to me, both in Worcester and in Shrewsbury. I mean,
Yeah.
they're my family. So
Yeah.
And I will have to say this too. Well, not all of them, but I'm not going to name names. Some of them give them a hard time for coming to Shrewsbury a long time ago.
Yeah. The story goes is that when Billy O lived in Worcester, he went by the name of Billy Orfalea, but he moved to Shrewsbury and his name magically changed to Orphalee. How did that come about, Billy? Can you
we
explain
went
that?
from Syrian to Turkish. That's about it.
And I'll just add into something that you just said, and what Bobby just said, that now they're all our friends. And when I want to tell you something, that those guys are some of the best guys I've ever met in my life.
Absolutely.
They really are, Billy. You got a good bunch of friends.
Yeah.
It was a great environment to grow up in.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. I had the same thing in Shrewsbury. I did, and you did too.
Yeah.
We had a lot of great friends
did have a lot
in
of
this
great
town. I can't say that for Holyoke though. I mean, I don't know. You must still have some friends that you
Still have friends in Holyoke.
Yeah, but
Not many, they kind of all.
get out of town.
Holyoke's not the way.
No, when I was there in high school, 60,000 people in Holyoke. We had 560 some odd in my graduating class, senior class.
That's a lot
Yeah.
of kids.
Now I think there are less than 40,000 in the town, and I think they graduate a couple hundred, 250. You know.
You know what I was shocked by? At the basketball game that I did for you as a PA announcer, when I went to Holy Name, I think there was over 300 kids in every class.
Yeah.
At maybe more than that. And that girl that 85
Softball
kids
pitcher.
in their senior class.
Oh, really?
And that's merged with
Where?
St. Peter Mary,
Where?
At St. Paul's.
St. Paul.
Oh, 85?
85
Wow.
kids.
Oh, wow.
I was
Where'd they all
stunned.
go?
We had over 300 at Shrewsbury High School.
No, I know. Shrewsbury
Well, I
was
think they still do, though.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think they're
they
still
do.
probably close to 4.
Yeah.
A real quick story. We had 325 people in our North High class. And as my cousin says, we're the same age. My cousin Bobby says, they didn't have special ed until we got to North.
There you go.
That's
And
fun.
now they do. So,
You know what? One quick story. I know we said we talk about, but teachers that I had, I don't know, I can't talk for you, maybe you. The teachers that I had, if they were teaching today, they'd be in jail.
Oh, absolutely. Coaches, too.
Yeah,
Coaches, too.
Yeah, they would.
We were more afraid, like in a football game, to go in at halftime.
Yeah.
You know, we go in
And
at
get
halftime,
yelled
we keep
at.
our helmets on and everything because we knew somebody was going to get batted around. And if you made a bonehead play during the first half, it was going to be you.
Yeah.
did you experience, I had a lot of women for teachers in grammar school.
I did too.
I did.
When I went to junior high, then I experienced men teachers.
Yep.
Yeah.
My fifth grade teacher
Fourth
was the first man
Me too.
that I had.
Me
And,
too.
And the funny thing about him, just another thing, how life comes around. When my 45, 50 years later, my father was in the nursing home in Worcester. Isn't my fifth grade teacher his roommate?
Really?
Yeah, it was just.
Wow.
And that guy used to whip erasers and chalk.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
He would have been in jail.
Oh, yeah.
He would have been in jail today.
Sure.
No, I got thrown through a door one time by a teacher. Picked me right up and put me right through the door.
Yeah, but you must have deserved it.
I brought I had a little travel alarm clock, and I brought it to class, and I set it to go off halfway during class, and it started ringing, and he didn't like it too much. So he carried me up and right through the door.
Oh, geez.
Wow. That was one of my first male teachers. But, oh well. That's the way
We
it was.
digress.
You were rotten. You were rotten.
So anyways.
Yeah, so what are we gonna talk?
So here we are. Well, I'll start off with what we love most, food. Had anything good to eat lately, Billy?
He has good stuff all the time.
I used to go to a 3 hearty meal day
Yeah.
every day. Now I have one meal
Yeah.
and that's it. The rest of the time I'm picking. And not picking a lot. You get to that age where
He
food
likes
is
my
food.
soup.
I mean,
I
there's
made
nothing-
him soup. He loved it.
Yeah. Pea soup.
No.
I wouldn't mind having soup every day.
Yeah.
I
In the
agree with
wintertime, I love soup.
Yeah.
I agree.
I love soup.
He loved
Homemade
mine.
soup.
Yeah.
Because the stuff
Sue
you buy in
made,
the
Sue made some
can is
sausage
not
soup
good
the
for
other
you.
day. Was it good?
What did you make?
Sausage.
David's
Sausage.
wife made some too. It was good.
Sausage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was really good.
I made orzo chicken soup for him. I had some. You brought me something, and I said, "Here, take some soup," and he did. And he never says it was delicious. The next day, John, it was delicious.
I will gladly I will gladly accept any soup anybody.
Did you have John's pea soup? Did you like
He doesn't
that?
like pea soup.
I did.
You didn't like
I
it?
did, but that's it wasn't one of my favorites.
No.
And I wouldn't look for it every day.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bland soup, but it's good. If it's done right, it's good. Put a
I'll
little
tell
bit
you,
of.
I love pea
I
soup.
enjoy
Yeah,
going
man,
into
me
the
too.
supermarkets
I hate peas.
and see what kind of soups they got in the
Yeah.
supermarkets.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Some of them are real good. Some of them are just.
Do they make pierogi soup?
No pierogi soup. Not pierogi soup. No.
Yeah,
I gotta
what's a
make
Polish
pierogies. I
soup?
gotta make
What's-
pierogies.
What's a Polish soup? What?
Barsht. We have barsht on
But
New
what is it?
Christmas
All right,
Eve.
so what's in it?
It's like it's like a sour cream of mushroom soup. No meat. You have it on Christmas Eve. I think maybe New Year's Eve.
Oh, so it's like
No
the
meat.
Italians used to have fish because you're not supposed to have meat on Christmas Eve.
Right.
Yeah.
And we got to that toward my grandmother used to like cook for days, for
How do
Christmas.
they make it sour?
I don't know. She used to do everything, and then it used to be called like a beet soup, but
Oh, beet.
beet red. It was a red version.
I bet you that would be good.
How do you say that again?
Barsht.
Barsht?
Barsht.
Spell that.
Borscht. Barsht. Borscht.
Spell it.
Borscht.
HT.
Borscht.
Borscht?
Borscht.
I've heard of that.
I think my father used to do that to me when I was a kid. Borscht around.
Your father kicked you in the
No, that
butt.
was a ski-off. That's
Yeah,
what that was.
apple
Yeah.
butt. Exactly.
So anyways, one thing that we can talk about, although Bobby not in the flick, but you can actually talk about it a little bit because you've gone before, is we got our golf junket coming up in 3 weeks.
Right.
Yeah.
We're going down to Davenport, Florida, flying into Orlando, and we
From
got
Worcester.
out of Worcester Airport.
16,
Days.
almost 70-year-olds.
Oh yeah.
Almost all of us
Yeah.
on the
Are
plane
you 70?
going down
I will
together.
be in September.
In September. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, so you will be one of us.
September.
Oh, wow.
Where you guys playing this year? Southern Dunes.
We're playing Southern Dunes again because we love it. It's
Yeah,
a beautiful golf course. It's
But it's
expensive.
expensive.
Oh, we played in the afternoon. We got
The Legends.
small, less rate.
The Legends. Have you been to the Legends?
Yeah, I was there. I was at that one. We played twice last year.
Yeah.
I went.
We're going back to Providence.
We're
Oh,
playing
okay.
at Big Cypress day one.
I like
Big
that place.
Cypress.
I don't think I had played.
Yeah, I
Hey,
think you did.
Cypress.
the giant alligator that was
Oh,
bellowing.
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
big. That's where it is.
You know what? $60 to play there.
Yeah.
That's our best buy there.
Yeah.
It's an hour ride, but
Yeah. The second day we're playing at Legends, like Billy said, $85.
Really?
Third day, Providence. You've played at Providence.
Yeah,
Yeah, Providence. That's $110.
And that's a weekend.
That's on Saturday. Yeah, that's weekend. That's right. That's right. That's
on
right.
Saturday.
Sunday is open for the guys that like to go out.
yeah, we haven't
play
we
on
haven't
Sunday.
even talked about.
I
wow,
know. I know.
We're also having a meeting next week, so.
Then on Monday we're playing Southern Dunes, which is the king down there.
The
We
Southern
love Southern
Dunes,
Dunes.
you
I
know
love-
why? You know why, I think? Because it reminds us all, other than the 176 sand traps,
Oh, God.
it reminds us of New England golf.
Yeah.
You know, the grass is like
Yeah.
we play on.
Right.
The greens are similar to ours, and it's a little bit rolling. It's not
Meticulous.
flat.
It's beautiful.
But there are more sand than you'll ever want to see in your life. It's like
Entwined between the
Housing.
the
Oh,
houses.
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
It's great.
And then the next day
How much
on
is that
Tuesday,
fund?
oh, that's $165.
$165.
That's at Southern Dunes. Then on Tuesday we're playing at Mission Inn.
And the women play there.
Mission Inn?
Yeah.
The LPGA.
The
Is that-
LPGA.
They
is
got
that,
two courses.
The place.
They play Las Colinas.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we play the other
Played
one.
there, and there
We
was
played the other one.
what was the Live Tour was going to play there the week
No,
after.
no, that was
No,
that was Orange
Southern-
County National.
No. Oh, was
Oh
it?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We couldn't get on the
Orange
one we
County
liked.
International.
Yeah. Right.
We could, no, they were playing on Cat. We were on the other one, Crooked Cat,
They
Panther Lake.
played Crooked Cat.
They played Crooked Cat. We played on Panther Lake, and it was in the worst condition we've
Yeah.
ever played.
I remember that.
And we used to play that every
And
year
that was
religiously.
pristine at that time,
It was
too.
pristine.
Yeah.
But you know, they spent so much time getting the other one ready for the
Yeah.
Live Tour.
Yeah, right.
It was terrible. It really was.
The worst course we played on down there was at Black Bear, though. That last time that we
Yeah,
were there.
that
That was absolutely horrible. So then we
Then
played
we're
Mission
gonna
Inn,
torture
and-
ourselves on the last day.
and then the
of
last
that.
day on Wednesday, it's by the way, Mission Inn is $80, and then White Heron is the
Heron?
last White Heron.
Never heard of that one.
No, we've never played there before.
It's in Davenport.
What
Yeah.
happened to Champions Gate?
Yeah, it's not on the
get
list
it.
this year.
Can't
Can't
get
get
on.
in?
You know how much?
Oh, no.
190.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't. Well, we've known all along. Remember when we first started playing over there, Billy? We were all in the middle. There was nothing.
there.
There was nothing. It was all
Yeah,
fields
I
and
remember.
cows
Every
and
time we went, there was more.
more housing, and not just one or two houses. It's like
No, it's like the whole row. the whole
yeah,
fairway.
like the old military. Like all I can think of is Goma Pile. Remember they used to have all the huts.
barracks.
Yeah, the barracks. That's what they look like.
Yeah.
Huh, Billy?
Yeah. Yeah.
I hit a couple
Crazy.
of those places.
It's just that, the guys that are going to play on Sunday, I'm sure they'll come out and get that. You probably play Champions Gate Sunday.
Yeah,
know.
yeah, that'd be
You'll
nice.
probably end up
Yeah.
playing in the
I
air.
love Champions Gate. That's a nice course. I like it.
Well, you're going to pay 100.
But White Heron,
No,
Bobby,
really.
I'll show you pictures afterwards.
it
It's
nice?
all water.
Oh, well,
Lots
water.
of water.
It's all water. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's going to lose a lot of
That was
Oh,
that
yeah.
one place we played. I lost, I think, 12.5 balls. What was that place?
yeah.
Oh
We
yes.
drove forever.
It was
Oh,
freezing cold the morning we got there.
Yeah, everybody went in the clubhouse and bought jackets and
Yeah.
sweatshirts
Yeah, what was
because
the
it
name
was
of that
so
place?
cold. Orange Blossom, orange.
I can't remember.
I
No.
don't remember.
I mean,
All I
this,
know is it
there
lost
are
like 4
Yeah.
balls on one hole.
there are so many nice courses. I mean, but some of them, they put so many people out there. It's 6-hour rounds. I'm trying to think of the name of that place. It's a beautiful golf course. It's beautiful, very expensive, and it's 6 hours every time you go. It's just too
Yeah.
too long. I'll think of the name before we.
In celebration, no?
No, no. We did it.
We
We,
didn't like
did it
it.
the last 2
No.
years. The last 2 years.
We didn't
Well,
like
2
it.
years
2 years
ago,
ago,
when
it
I
was
went, it
nice.
was beautiful.
It was beautiful. It was absolutely. We played on Sunday.
Last year
Yeah,
was
Sunday,
nice.
and last year was a little.
We got
bit-
lunch. We talked to the
Yeah.
women from Denver. Where were they from? Remember you and I?
Yeah,
talked
yeah,
to
they
them?
were.
Some convention they were at.
Yes.
but last
Last time
year
was
it got bad because something happened that day that everybody kind of like it got bummed out about.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, because of me.
Yeah.
I had to leave.
So, but anyways, yeah, we're looking forward to that. Can't wait
Yeah,
to get
it's
down
great.
there. It's always a lot of fun.
Ralph
I'll
keeps
make
telling me
sure-
Ralph keeps telling me the weather's been great down there. So
Yeah, it has
he's
been.
down now. He's a little further south, but that's
But it's
what
been
I
in the
keep hearing.
70s and 80s
Yeah.
down.
Well, Matt was just at Marco Island, which is even
Down south.
further
That's
south.
way down,
Yeah,
right?
it was beautiful weather.
Yeah.
But I'll make sure I call you guys before 8:00, so before you go to bed.
You better keep in touch with Jack Murphy.
That's
Matt
right.
Murphy and I-
The tournament.
The tournament.
We
will
picked
be
our
going on.
teams already.
Oh, you did.
Oh, you already did.
We do in January every year, and we've hit probably the last maybe 7 out of 8. We've had.
I don't
the
know.
winner.
It's kind of wide open this year, don't you
I
think?
had UConn the last 2, and he had like maybe
Duke.
2 or 3 in a row before that. He had.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, who you like?
He
this
had
year?
first pick because he lost last year.
Okay.
He took Duke, which was my first pick, but he had taken them already.
Yeah. So
I took Auburn.
Okay.
he
They're
took-
number 1 right now, right?
He
No, Texas.
Oh, Texas is.
no, they
Oh,
lost.
Texas
No,
girls are number 1.
Yeah, Duke's number 1 or Auburn.
Auburn's number 1.
Yeah,
But aren't you guys betting millions?
millions.
Yeah, it's millions.
Millions.
Yeah.
Yeah, we bet millions. And he took Alabama as his third pick, and I took, or second pick rather, and I took Auburn. Did I say Auburn?
You
already?
said Auburn.
Houston
Houston.
was my second.
I'll tell you, this is a great year
Oh,
for college
games have
basketballs,
been outstanding.
both women and men.
Yeah,
You're right, but you know
Wide
what?
open.
You know what? We're not on anymore. I know we're getting close to the end, but I loved the college football playoffs.
oh yeah.
Yeah, that was great this
I
year.
thought it was great.
It was. It
The
was.
games were good. They
Yeah.
were
Yeah,
entertaining.
yeah, they were.
Yeah, they were playing for something.
You saw
You know what I
guys
mean?
you normally would never see, like
Yep.
that kid from Arizona State.
Oh yeah.
Yes, yes.
The
No,
running
the
back.
kid, the Colorado, you mean?
No,
The kid from Colorado that played against
No,
Arizona State.
no, Sacred.
yeah,
The,
I was thinking about.
The MVP
Yeah.
he was the MVP of the game for the losing team.
Yeah.
First
It was
time it's
Arizona
ever
State.
happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the Colorado when Colorado played Arizona State.
yeah.
You remember that game and that kid B? He had a weird last name.
My only problem.
He's
problem.
really good. He scored all his touchdowns at the end of the game.
Yeah.
My only problem I have is
if I could find it.
the portal drives me out of my mind.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just, I understand they should be paid. They should. But, I mean, I don't like it here. I'm going, I mean, they can just move.
Yeah, there's no restrictions.
No,
Before you got to
nothing.
sit out a year.
Yeah.
So it's a big decision to.
That's right. Now it's just like, oh, that guy
Yeah.
called me a name. I'm getting out of here. It's,
Well, and then you look at the other side, the kid from Holy Cross, the quarterback who left Holy Cross and went to UNLV
yeah.
to play. They promised him
and he got
hundreds of thousands of dollars or whatever, and they never paid him. He's 4 games into the season, 4-0, playing great, quits. He said, "I'm done. You're not paying me. Well, I'm not playing."
Well, you can't
Yeah, I
blame him.
blame him. No, you're right. I'm not blaming him, but
I just don't like how it's set up.
No, I
there
don't
should
either.
be.
I don't either.
There should be some. I understand they need to be paid. I think all of us have been saying that for years and years and years.
Yeah.
The schools put 100,000 people in Clemson,
stadiums,
right?
Michigan,
and the stadiums,
Penn State,
Michigan,
yeah,
right?
Tennessee.
Even if they're $10 a ticket, it's a
They
ridiculous
get
amount of
television.
money.
They get
Television
TV
money.
rights and everything. It's
Yeah.
So
Huge.
I understand
Big money.
having the portal, but I just don't think you should be able to leave just like that. I'm like, no offense to the Holy Cross kid, but I'm done. You guys aren't paying me. I'm
No,
out.
you're right. They're free to go wherever they want.
I'm excited a little bit too about baseball.
Yeah.
I don't know. Red
Hey.
Sox are really young.
What do you guys think about Devers?
I think you ought to suck it up and play DH because you want to put the Gold Glove at third base. That's
Right.
my thought.
Yeah, I agree. What player dictates to the manager or the
Yes.
team where they're going to
No.
play?
No.
what's happening. I haven't seen his name
He
in
said-
the box scores.
He said no.
Meg-
No.
Bregman played third opening day, opening spring training. I don't know if he's played every day there. I have no idea, but he got 3 hits with a home run. I said, the guy's a Gold Glove third baseman.
Yep.
He hits as well as Devers does. He had 26 home runs last year in Houston, which is very hard to know.
Is there a problem with Devers right now?
Yeah.
Well, he's saying he
He
doesn't
said, "I
want to
wanna
play
play."
anywhere but third base.
Yeah.
And they said, what about DH? No, I'm a third baseman.
Can I ask a question? I don't know either because it's spring training.
Right.
Who's their first baseman?
Cassis.
Cass.
Okay, so why not move Devers over there?
Okay.
Why?
Who comes out and supports Devers the first day he made the statement?
Cassis.
Cassis.
Why?
I said, who is he? He's been on the team for a year
He
and a
wants
half.
him on third base, but he doesn't want him on first base.
Maybe.
Yeah,
He's
probably-
maybe.
Yeah, that's
Maybe.
probably right.
Cassis is a solid 240 hitter.
I know.
I know. Yeah, he's that guy. He's that guy because I was there.
Yeah, you
in
I
Worcester.
remember you saw it.
In Worcester, he hit as soon as it was a foot off the bat, and I went goodbye. It was a bomb.
The Woo Sox got rid of Dahlbeck,
Yeah.
so there's room for Cassis. Bring him back.
Bring him in.
Yeah, yeah.
Give him
The
back.
the talk I like right now is the guy from Toronto. He's
Vladimir Guerrero.
they're
He's a
looking,
free
they're
agent
looking,
next
they're
year.
looking to
Oh,
bring him to Boston.
Oh, really?
Really?
Vladdy Jr.
Imagine him in the Red Sox lineup.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit. It's early, but I'm a little bit excited about the Red Sox.
Well, I think they have a nucleus to be very good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're very, very, very young still.
If Story comes back healthy, which probably won't happen,
The pitching
where's
is
he
going to be
gonna
key.
but I don't know. Short, I guess. But they got a rookie guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Meyer. or
Meyer,
something?
Myers.
Yeah.
Meyer,
Yeah.
however you
He
say
went
it.
3 for 3 today.
Did he?
Yeah.
They said he's like one of the top prospects.
He
in
is.
the whole
He's
major
number
league.
one
Yeah.
in all
No,
of
Roman
Major League
Anthony.
Baseball. Oh,
Yeah,
Roman
he's the
Anthony.
one. Yeah.
Roman Anthony.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but
he's
he's
an
an
outfielder.
outfielder, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Campbell is another one in second base.
Campbell's
Yeah,
the one
second
that they're
base.
all.
Yeah.
He's got the highest ranking.
Plus, they got a pitching staff if they stay healthy.
If
That's
they
what's
stay
key.
healthy.
Yeah, they got
That's
the kid
what's
from
key.
Chicago.
They got Giolito.
Here's a
12
question
games
for you
with the
guys.
worst place.
Will we see a 6-man rotation this year?
Maybe.
That's what they
Maybe.
said, Bill.
Maybe.
Maybe.
They spent
Start.
especially early.
Why not?
Because they're not going to go.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
not
we-
going to have them pitch
we
6,
could-
7 innings.
We could spend a 2-hour show on pitching today versus pitching
God.
in Henry's day, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, that's,
Well, we haven't had much time.
Louis Tiant threw a
Yeah,
hundred.
we
I know.
go. We can go over.
We could go.
We don't have to. Yeah, we can go into
Louis Tiant, what's his name, went out to get him, and
Yeah.
Louis went, "What the f are you doing here?
Yeah, right.
Get out of here! I'm finishing the game." But Louis, you threw
Yeah.
168 pitches. I'm finishing the game.
Yeah, but that's how they used to do it back
How
then.
many complete games
200.
do we see now?
They would throw 200
Yeah,
pitches
no,
in a game.
Matsuyama, when he came to the Red Sox, he was throwing 200 pitches a
Yeah.
game
Oh, yeah.
in Japan.
Yeah, right. Right.
So
Different. It's a
everybody's
different world.
different.
Who was it? Was it Earl Wilson? Was it Detroit?
Weaver?
No, the Detroit pitcher. What was his name?
McLean, Denny
No,
McLean.
Denny
no.
McLean.
Mickey Lolich.
No,
Mickey
no,
Lolich.
no. In the '67, he pitched like
Mickey Lolich.
No, it wasn't him. It wasn't. I
Well,
can't.
McLean and Lolich were the two best players.
Yeah.
No. I'm going in the
Yeah,
'67.
yeah. Looks
Yeah.
like Bob Gibson. They
It was-
played-
Yeah, that's it. Gibson.
That's St. Louis.
Oh, I'm sorry. Gibson. You're right. St. Louis. He pitched
Yeah, he pitched every-
18
And he
complete
pitched against
games.
the Red Sox.
Yeah.
And then the
he
next
pitched
year
a
against
10
Detroit.
inning 1-0 loss. I mean,
My he's my ultimate
Yeah.
hero
Yes,
in
he is.
baseball.
Yeah.
yes, he is.
Pitching,
Broken
got hit with a
leg.
line drive first or second inning, pitched a complete game, threw
Broken
98
leg.
pitches, went to the hospital, broken leg.
Broken.
I said, and he pitched 7 more innings on a broken leg. I said, that's my type. There was a guy this year, who was it? Broke his ankle.
Yeah, and he kept
He
pitching.
I don't know if he
Not for
it
maybe
was a
he
hockey
finished the
player.
inning or something, right?
No, I don't even know.
Oh, maybe it was a hockey player. Yeah, maybe it was.
Or a basketball player.
You see, Nolan Ryan came out, threw out the first pitch, which was a couple of years ago.
Oh yeah. It was like 78 miles an hour.
No, 85 miles an hour. How old was he? 70?
My arm would have fell off.
How many
My
no
arm
hitters?
went with the
How
ball.
many no hitters did he pitch? He had like 9 or
Oh,
something.
10.
10?
Yeah, it was a
10
lot.
at least.
But he never won anything.
Nothing.
No,
He
nothing.
didn't
He
win the
played
Dan
for
Marino.
Anaheim and
Like Dan Marino in
Yeah.
football.
Didn't
Not
win
winning
it.
the-
Like Clemens.
In Bob
Did
Lanier.
Clemens win a World Series? I can't remember if he won or not.
Oh, yeah.
Did Clemens win one with
Yeah.
the Yankees?
Yeah.
A World Series?
I thought he did, didn't he?
well, he played against the Mets. Did they win? When he threw the bat at Piazza?
I don't know. I can't remember. I mean, I don't remember.
I don't
winning
know if they
World
won
Series.
that. He didn't win one with the Red Sox?
No.
No?
No, he lost in '86.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he wasn't there.
Yeah, in
Was he
86
there?
he was. Yeah.
Hurst, he was with Hurst and those guys.
Yeah.
And then we've got a minute, about a minute.
No,
Basketball.
We could go over.
I know. Basketball. It kills
Oh,
me.
they're killing me
Taking
now.
days off.
Oh,
and,
they're
you
killing.
know,
No back-to-backs. Jalen Brown sits out last night because it's back-to-back. I said, come on. What are you, 26, 27 years old?
He had something wrong with his thigh.
Oh, did he? I bet she's
Well,
fine.
we turning into Major League Baseball pitchers now? Oh, I got a hang now. I can't play.
Whatever. Also, what bothers me is the whole game now. The
Oh,
three-pointers.
Yeah, it's
They're shooting
it's
58
sad.
three-pointers a game. I said, it's
The
ridiculous.
ratings are down too. Let
They
me tell you
drive the
something.
lane. They're about to lay it in. They kick it to the corner for a three-point.
Their ratings are down.
Yeah, I believe
Yeah.
it.
Bobby, we see it.
It's a whole different game now.
We see it in high school basketball.
Yeah.
Drive, kick, shoot
Yeah,
a three.
yeah.
Hey, can we end this? I want to talk to you guys because you guys have seen a lot more than I haven't seen anything. Basketball. Who's the team to beat in Central Mass this year for basketball? What high school?
Girls, it's South.
No,
I think
boys.
it's South.
Boys.
Well, South, as far as girls,
Probably Leominster is probably the best.
Not North.
Shrewsbury beat Leominster last time.
I know.
We did.
Leominster beat them twice.
North
before
is
that.
no good any year. It's not good.
No, they hadn't won a game halfway through the
North?
season.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think
He
they
left.
made the playoffs.
After wow, really?
He left, yeah.
Al Petway left and took them all to Worcester State with him.
Worcester State.
Oh,
Yeah, he might be back next year.
They- they-
just joking.
They were-
Just joking.
I have announced a couple of their games. They were tied for first
Where are they?
Really?
with about 3 or 4 games left to play. I don't know where they ended up.
we talking about North?
No,
No,
Worcester State.
Worcester
with
State.
Al Petway.
Oh,
But yeah, I don't know. The girls by far, is Wachusett.
oh,
They're
yeah.
like an
they're
all-star
always
team. They're, I don't know if they're number one in the state, but they
They
should.
are.
Yeah,
They are number one in Division
they
One.
beat every team by 20, 25, 30 sometimes. They beat us by 60 something to 16 in one game.
Shrewsbury used to be like that at one time.
I don't-
They were
I don't know
were
if
really
I
good.
don't want to start controversy, but go ahead. Recruiting.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well, so
it's
boys,
school choice.
what about
Choice.
They
So
get
you
And they have that
what
five.
about boys?
That
Is it
five
Leominster?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think there's anybody
You
strong
know who it
enough.
is? It's
No.
Franklin. Franklin has
I don't think
lost
there's
one
anybody
game.
strong
in-
enough from Central Mass that could beat
I
them.
think Franklin's lost
be
one
out.
game in the last 2 years. They're always up there.
Yeah.
Well, they were good in football too, right?
It was Franklin. A couple years before that, it was Putnam. Remember Putnam
Yeah,
had a really good
yeah,
team.
yeah.
And then North the last 2 years.
North, yeah.
Yeah, Newton too.
Who's
they
the best team that you guys saw this year?
boys?
Yeah.
Don't know.
I don't know. I would say
Really?
probably
Really?
St. John's based on how they played against us the last.
The last time, yeah.
They were
You-
at 35-9
You know what amazes me?
over.
Yeah, I watched the game
Then
on
they-
TV.
then
I
shoot
watched
the game
you
back.
guys
They
broadcasting
made a
it.
game of it.
You know what amazes me is there's no. I didn't see any big men.
No.
6'6", 6'7", guy. Not one.
None.
I didn't see
None.
any.
St. John's none. Leominster none.
Leominster,
Newbury,
none?
There's not one Neil Finkelton out there.
Oh, no.
Yeah, not even close. Not even close.
There's no height.
No.
No.
Wow.
This could be another whole podcast too.
Well, we could talk
About
about it.
all the specialization that's going on. You know, kids don't play 3 sports anymore. They just don't. Or if they do, one or two of them are track.
I'll tell you what I saw there. I was very disappointed in is school participation in cheering their teams on. I didn't see kids.
Not a lot.
No.
Not a
of
lot.
kids.
That's a Roxborough game was a good. They cheered their butts off. Those
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah,
They reminded me a little bit of the Red School across
Yeah, right.
across the way.
You got 20 kids there.
Well, I know, but
Well, you got a school of 2,000.
you know. Congratulations, by the way, to Shrewsbury and boys and girls basketball winning the
There's a
Central
lot of
Mass
teams from
State
Central Mass that are going to be
And they're in-
good this year.
Yeah, and they won their first.
I like to be able to name a lot of them, but
Who's that?
I don't
Central,
know.
Central Mass teams, you mean?
Yeah, Central Mass teams.
Yeah.
They're going to be good. There's a lot of good teams.
Yeah,
The girls team in Shrewsbury is very young.
they are. Most of the players.
You know who else is very young? And they were good. Leominster was
Yeah.
very young,
Yes.
younger than us. They're going to
Yeah,
be
they're
real
big
good.
fresh-
Remember, we gotta focus on Central Mass and not just Shrewsbury.
I know. That's
No,
what
no,
I
I
said.
know.
Leominster.
If, I don't know who,
Right.
I would love to name them all.
He's seen more than even I did, but that Leominster team that night that I
Well,
went there, I was
like I
amazed.
said, by
Everything-
far.
Freshmen.
Yeah.
Freshmen.
Yeah.
They had like 3 freshmen starting. They were good.
Heads and tails, Wachusett is by far the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah.
Uh, You know, you
You guys know
is
this.
good.
I don't normally say this on public, but I coach in at Holden in Mountview. That's their middle school, and I tell the girls that are playing for me, and a lot of them love softball, and they're pretty good. It's so hard to make the team up in Wachusett. You got
Right.
5 towns. You got Sterling, Paxton, Rutland, Holden, and Princeton.
And whoever else they bring
yeah,
in.
and we're, well,
All the adjoining towns have school choice, right?
right.
So you can draw from anybody.
Yeah.
That's a big, that's
It's
a
a
big
big
crowd.
region. Yeah, big
Remember, the
area.
powerhouses a while back was Fitchburg, Leominster,
Yeah.
St. John's.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, the big four.
yeah.
Back
Yeah,
in
every sport.
Yeah.
the big four
Baseball,
in the
basketball,
90s.
football. Yeah.
Now St. John's is losing people to Worcester Academy.
Yeah. Well, they
Fitchburg's lost everybody to Leominster.
Yeah, because they've got to compete now, St. John's. They've got to
School
compete.
choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Speaking of Leominster, the quarterback is a pretty good basketball player
Yeah.
too.
Osiris
He's a good
Lopez.
athlete. Osiris
Lopez.
Lopez.
Is
Good
he a
athlete.
senior this year?
He's a junior.
Junior, he'll be a senior
Junior,
next year.
senior.
He has-
Staying at the school?
As far as I know.
As far as we know, that from what we were told, he's
yeah,
staying.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if the people.
I don't know if
talked
they'll go
to know.
after a year after and play somewhere, but speaking of that, I was reading today in the paper. They had a big article
That
about.
Mayor Jenkins
Yeah, how good is he?
Who?
He was with
That Mayor
North
Jenkins
last year.
was a North Eye guy.
Went to Worcester Academy, I think, as a junior. I think
Yeah.
did he repeat or something, and he averaged 14 points for North, 22.8 points for Worcester Academy,
Academy.
Wow.
and he's like rebounds. He's
How
assists,
big is he?
6'3" point guard.
Nice.
Is he going to Houston?
Is that where he's going?
I thought
Yeah,
that's
I
what I
don't
read.
know. I don't think I saw that.
I'm sorry, but the Worcester Telegram that we read when we were in high school is no longer the
It's
Worcester
not the same. Yeah, it's not the same.
we read in high school.
Now,
we should
do I
start
have a
thinking about
question?
wrapping this up.
I know, we do
So,
have to wrap it up. I just have one question. So, when a high school senior gets recruited, he can get paid right away?
When he gets to the school.
And
he gets to
yes,
the
he
college.
does.
He can.
He can.
So now it's
Cooper
not
Flag
just.
didn't go to Duke and not get paid.
Who?
Cooper Flag,
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
he gets paid.
Okay.
Well,
Well, I
said it?
just
Who
didn't
said
know.
that they pulled up, was recruited by Texas? He pulled into the parking lot and went outside the players' locker room, and there were like 27 Mercedes, 15 BMWs, 2
All the
Corvettes.
players?
All the players.
Wow.
All the players.
Wow.
You know what's
Wow.
funny?
What a different world. it
Did
is.
you happen to
Gosh.
take a look at what the grades were for the Patriots?
Oh,
I saw that.
I did that. I saw that. this morning.
Terrible.
The, f-
F.
Yeah.
They
the
got
weight
Fs.
room was a
Yeah.
F.
Yeah. Yeah.
These guys, when
D.
they go into a
The
weight
plane.
room in college,
Yeah. What was the other one?
The
Wait
plane. The plane
Yeah,
got
food,
like,
the
the
food was
Taj
like
Mahal.
C minus,
Yeah.
I think.
The-
The owner had the worst score.
Yeah.
He was.
he got an F.
D minus. No, it was a D minus.
And the plane got a D. The
A
plane
D.
is
A D. It was a
outdated.
D. Yeah.
Outdated and
Yeah.
falling apart.
Unbelievable.
Well, like Billy said, they go to college now and they've got these multi-gazillion-dollar weight rooms and because they have to have them
yeah.
in order to draw
Well,
the kids to come here.
It's
Not
going to be
flying
interesting to
beautiful
see what
planes.
happens with Vrabel coming in. I think the whole
How
team
do you
chemistry will
recruit
change.
some kid to play for New England?
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. The weather,
Yep.
the
not that
cost
you
of
can-
living, everything.
I think we talk about that at our next podcast. So, folks,
also gotta
folks at
talk
home, I
about
just want to
this.
tell you, yes, I just want to let the folks at home know that this is going to be a bi-weekly podcast. Planning on doing it every other week. If one of us isn't here, then the other guys will pick up the slack. But
Plus, we'll have some guests.
and we'll
Yeah,
try and bring in some guests and that type
some
of
referees
thing. So,
that we love.
oh, absolutely, because we're gonna give them that opportunity to bash us
Yeah.
after all the years that we bash them. So,
Probably cussing will never bash us.
yeah, but
But Tom,
will. All right, wrap it up, Johnny.
All right.
Say goodbye.
And I want to talk about golf, and not now, but at some point, and especially the new set, the thing with the big
the
screen
inside
down in,
indoor?
the inside thing. We got to talk
Top
about
golf?
that. No.
Have you played that yet?
TGL.
Have you guys
TGL.
done- have you done Top
Haven't
golf
you
yet?
seen that?
Played Top Golf.
Yeah. Have you?
Yeah.
Nice, huh?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
All right.
Brittany Altamari's back on the LPGA tour,
Back in the regular tour.
regular tour.
She qualified.
She's out in Singapore right now. It's a very, very tough course. And she didn't have a good day.
Oh, no.
Yesterday, she didn't have a good
Well,
day.
she hasn't
Well,
played
a lot of
either,
players.
I'm sure.
She didn't have good days.
But how did she get back on? How did she qualify?
Probably didn't.
Sure,
lose
she has
stats.
maternity leave.
Oh,
Probably didn't lose any status just because of maternity, you know.
She'll get, what do you call it, sponsor exemptions.
yeah, because she was on the Ryder Cup or whatever.
Yeah.
Solheim.
Solheim Cup,
She
2
finished
years.
second to in that major over in France.
Yeah,
remember,
yeah.
whatever I can't remember the name. All right, so naturally we said we were going to go try for 30 minutes, and we're probably at almost
40.
an hour.
No, we're about 40.
Oh, 40 ran on
Mark's
a long
been
time.
on a long time. It's closer to an hour. And Mark just looked at you like, "What are you nuts?"
Well, how long with Mark? How long has it been? What's the number?
51.
50. Oh my God, that's
All right.
terrible. Say
We're
goodbye.
going to be around again, and this is about what you're going to get.
Fortunately for you people, that's what you're going to get.
Unfortunately for you listeners, that's what you're going to get. We'll see you
In 2 weeks.
in a couple of weeks on
Good morning.
Good Morning
Central.
Central Mass.